Hi, Cancer. Welcome to your timeless intuitive reading. I'm going to do an open-ended reading for you today, which just means that I'm not working with any particular spread. I'm just going to pull cards, go with the flow, and see where it takes us. Now, I have pulled one oracle card for you to anchor in the reading and represent the main message that you need to hear today. And you got number 60, the moon. Now, this week, for the astrology readings that I've been doing, Aquarius got this exact moon card for their oracle card. Libra, I think it was Libra, another air sign, got the full moon card from another deck. I literally just did Gemini's reading, and one of their cards was the moon that came up. Multiple times in different readings, I've been getting the message, embrace the mystery. There is something happening right now on a collective mass level around the energy of the moon, the unconscious, and needing to embrace the unknown or embrace the mystery. I mean, I'm stunned, but I'm also not, because that's the way life works, right? Now, I am getting something very specific for you coming through this card right now. As I was shuffling and just tuning into your energy before I started to record, I heard the word blueberries. Now, blueberries are associated with the throat chakra. And so I was feeling like there's something that you need to say. You need to maybe even clear your throat chakra. And there's tons of different ways that you can do this. Eating blueberries, if that's appropriate for you. If you can eat blueberries, then maybe you want to eat blueberries. There's tons of different ways to work with your throat chakra, to open it and clear it, etc. So I would invite you to play around with that if that resonates. And I feel like there is something that you need to say, literally, with your actual voice, not just something to write down, something to speak. And then I pulled this full moon card. And when I channeled through this full moon card, I was feeling like there is something deep within your subconscious that is building right now. It's almost like a personal truth or a deep inner knowing that's building, and eventually it's going to build to the point that you can't suppress it anymore, and it's going to literally erupt out of you, and you will say something out loud that is profound. It will be some kind of powerful personal truth that you've never verbalized before, or never verbalized in that way before. Now, I asked, when I was channeling, is this something that Cancer needs to say out loud to someone else? And I heard, not necessarily. Ultimately, maybe you will share this personal truth with someone, or maybe it will erupt out of you in a moment when you're with other people. But it feels really like the most powerful thing you can do is say it out loud to yourself. Because in the moment that you say this personal truth out loud to yourself is the moment that your life will change forever. I'm getting that real strong. Okay. So there's a lot going on here, but that's specifically what I'm getting for you. All right, let's go into the tarot. I'm using the Halloween tarot for you today. Or I should say, this is the deck that wanted to play with your energy today. I always choose my decks intuitively, and also I wanted to make sure that I said this. I always clear my decks thoroughly between every single reading. literally every single reading, I clear, cleanse, and reset my decks. It's a very lengthy process. So, there's no way that pulling this moon card multiple times, pulling the moon card from other decks, it's not residual energy that's getting carried over from somebody else's reading. That's not what's happening. Okay. Just want to make sure that you knew that I clear my decks. So this is very purposeful. This is no coincidence that the moon card is coming up for so many people. All right, what does Cancer need to know or do? What does Cancer need to know or do right now? What does Cancer need to know or do? Thanks. Okay, we got 2. What do we got? 3 of Wands and 7 of Bats, which is the 7 of Swords. Huh. It feels like there's 2 things happening here. There is some kind of deception. There's some kind of deception happening. Where is that coming from? I'm hearing look ahead, don't look back through the 3 of Wands. Look ahead, don't look back. And it's interesting because in the 7 of Swords, the person, the character, is looking back over their shoulder. I'm hearing you've got bigger and better things to do than to deviate from what you're being called to do. You have bigger and better things to do than to I'm hearing like play with nonsense. Oh, interesting. It's like don't let this 7 of Swords energy distract you from focusing on the future, from focusing on what you're moving towards, from focusing on what you want, from focusing on what is good for you and expansive for you, right for you. I hear playing games. Somebody's playing games. Somebody's trying to play games with you, but you're aware that they're doing that. And so you're able to not engage or like get caught up in the nonsense. It's almost like this trickster energy. There's some kind of trickster energy happening here. I don't know if this is another person, another human being in your life, or if this is some kind of non-physical entity, or even if this is just an aspect of you. Let me see. Okay, fine. Well, I'm hearing it doesn't matter. I'm hearing it literally doesn't matter. Okay, so I'll just let that go. Wherever it's coming from, maybe it's an aspect of you, maybe it's your own mind that's playing tricks on you, maybe it's another person who something some energy in your life is coming forward in this very like trickster kind of um embodiment. It's playing games. It's like I'm hearing tomfoolery. And it's all just a distraction, like and at the very least deep down that it's not worth engaging with. So it's I guess the main message coming through these 2 cards together is to stay focused. It's almost the energy of like be the better person or be the bigger person, um, and don't let yourself stoop to the level of the trickster. Weird. I don't know. I was not expecting this. Who you surround yourself with is incredibly important. I mean, I guess that's true for everybody, but, like, especially at this time, I feel like you can't afford to not surround yourself with the people who will make you better. That's what I'm hearing. And that may only be, like, 1 or 2 people. Huh. Tell me more. Wow, okay. Tell me more. Tell me more, please. What does Cancer need to know or do? I wonder if this trickster energy, wherever it's coming from, is almost like that is the thing that's trying to keep your personal truth suppressed. Whatever this is, it's trying to keep your personal truth suppressed. It's part of what is feeding the suppression, being distracted by this energy. But the more you can elevate out of it and not get distracted by it, the closer you'll get to being able to speak this personal truth. Tell me more, tell me more. It's hard to even speak on this because the energy of the trickster is like here, and so it's a little bit chaotic. Knight of Cups. Mm-hmm. I'm hearing be gentle with yourself. Always lead with your heart as much as much as you can. Lead with your heart. Wear your heart on your sleeve. Share what is in your heart to the best of your ability. Now, that doesn't mean that you're putting yourself in a vulnerable position. Um, it's actually an incredibly powerful position to take, to choose to share your heart. That's power. That's power. But share it with the people who are worthy of it. Like, not this person. If it is another person, maybe it's not, but share your heart with the people who will caretake it. Share your heart with the people who love you. Share your heart in places and situations and with people who will allow that personal truth to bloom. That's what I'm hearing. So be intentional about who you spend your time with, and those few people who you do spend time with, be brave enough to open up to them. Practice being more open, emotionally vulnerable with the people who really have your best interests at heart, even if it's just one other person. Let's see, what else, what else, what else? Whoa, oh, that just came flying out of the deck. Ace of Pentacles. Hmm. This is good energy here. Ooh, yes. I'm hearing something about um, spending time with people who will help you to capitalize on your own potential for success and abundance. It's almost like thinking long term, like you're playing the long game, right? Who are the people in your life who you can see still being with you in 10 years? Who are the people who you want to still be with you in 10 years? Who are the people who can build with you? Who are the people who can evolve and grow with you? Yeah, those are the people who are going to help you to capitalize on your own potential for abundance because you've got some incredible potential within you to create something big, to create something beautiful, something lasting, something life giving. Mm. I'm seeing it almost like the Knight of Cups here, and then right next to the Ace of Pentacles. It's like you practicing opening up your heart to the right people and only to the right people. You practicing opening your heart to the right people is it's almost like they will then take that information and use it to help you create something abundant, something big and beautiful, right? The right people will help you to build the life you want. The wrong people will distract you from it, right? Here, one more. Oh, another knight. Knight of Wands. Yeah, and once. Ooh, yes. Oh, interesting. I love how the two knights are on either side of the Ace of Pentacles. They're both facing it. See that? So they're approaching the Ace of Pentacles in their own way. One through water, one through fire. Yes. It's almost like this process unfolding. I'm being shown this whole process unfolding for you. And it's slow at first, it's gentle at first, but then it picks up. Then you start to gain momentum. So it starts with this vulnerable, gentle, self loving willingness to be more intentional about who you spend your time with and being willing to share your heart with them, because then they in return will help you to capitalize on and stay connected to your own personal truth, which will then open up your potential to create abundance. And once that potential is opened up or tapped into, suddenly we've got passion charging in, movement, action, passion, joy flooding in, and then the pace quickens. You see what I mean? So it's like this natural evolution and unfolding that starts from within first and builds and builds and builds. And eventually your willingness to connect more deeply with the right people will lead to massive amounts of um, passion, heightened passion, creativity, movement, positive change. I hope that all makes sense. So, okay, I just saw 2020 also, by the way, on my clock. So, all right, connecting all of that back to the moon card, it to me it just feels like this building energy, this something, this personal truth that wants to be spoken by you. You can help that happen or you can hinder that, and it literally hinges on who you spend time with. That's probably the most succinct way that I could put it. Whoa, I was not expecting that. That's fascinating. Okay. Well, Cancer, I hope that this was helpful or at the very least thought provoking. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. I would love to hear from you, and I will see you in the next reading. Bye.